Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line. Lebanon's Cafe.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Scot Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is sushi and all of our vegetables.
We're shut down Katie's and Francesca.
It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
I'm a Brother Martin, UNO.
Brother Martin's a sports team.
LSU.
Not a school.
It's a lane guy.
That's why it's education. Brother Martin is a high-end team. It's a state. Let's do this thing on a Fantasy Friday. Oh boy, this guy, Scot Craig, live in studio. There goes the neighborhood. What's up, Craig? How you doing, Scott?
I'm great. Plugging away in the restaurant.
Glad to have you. Let's get this thing going on a Fantasy Friday. Crazy cold on its way, New Orleans. It's 59 right now. It's going to be 47 at 8 p.m. in a few hours. By midnight, 39 degrees. By 4 a.m., 32 degrees. When we wake up in the morning, around 6, 7, 8 a.m., 29 degrees. The high tomorrow, we don't get out of the 30s. 37 degrees. Sunday morning, we wake up, it'll be even colder, 26 degrees. That's on the South Shore. North Shore, high teens. The feels like temperature in New Orleans Sunday morning could be in the teens. The feels like temperature on the North Shore, that's Trey Yen Gallagher's 527 country, could be in the single digits. Monday, 33, but the high on Monday, 61. Tuesday, 46 and 67, warming up a little. Scott, it's going to be absolutely frigid over the next few days.
I love cold weather. And I always like this time of year when we get cold weather. My only issue is how long is it going to be freezing?
Yeah, not for too long.
I worry about my plants.
No. The triple P, the plants, the pipes, and the pets.
The potted plants come inside. So, but outdoors, I've got some palms that I worry
Yeah, you got to
about.
wrap them.
But Perinos told me not to worry about it.
Nice.
Because it's not going to be freezing too long.
That's good.
So I don't have to wrap them and cover them. And they made it through last weekend.
Hey, skinny boy, you like the cold even when you shed that layer,
tub of
the
goo?
leather of blubber that the whales have?
The tub of
You
goo.
drop 50 friggin' pounds, right?
50 pounds. man.
50 pounds. I mean, I was telling you the other day, that's like you waking up every morning with a knapsack and load 5, 6 cinder blocks in it and walk around with
Brother,
that.
It's crazy how much better you feel. And my awesome, beautiful, wonderful wife, Stephanie, gave me a Peloton bike
Nice.
two Christmases ago. And I started using the bike and I really didn't like the bike. It was just not for me. A lot of people like the bike. So I contacted them and asked them if I could get the treadmill if they traded in. They said, well, we don't do that, but they did it because I told them, well, say you want an unhappy customer.
Yeah.
My customer,
lose
I don't
a
want
customer?
I don't want my customers to be unhappy.
Nope.
So they did it and they were wonderful. And it took me a year to use it properly, but that's how I've done it. And I just eat less. I eat a lot of fruit instead of cookies, and king cake season's a little rough.
It's hard not to eat a good king cake this time of year.
I was going to bring a Kaluta's king cake because that's what we sell at the deli. If not, I would have stopped at Rouse's and gotten a Rouse's king cake.
Those are solid as can be.
They're fantastic.
They're fantastic. It's funny. They got 25 cream filled. I'm
It's
old
crazy.
school. I like just this. There's cinnamon dough recipes like 50 years old.
Yeah, it's really.
And I like the plain cinnamon Rouse's dough, the no filling and
No.
the icing on top.
I
I can
love
eat that all
fillings,
day.
man. I love.
Oh, I know
fillings.
everybody does. I'm
Like
the
the old-
outlier.
The old Mackenzie king cake.
That's the crappiest king cake on
It's-
planet
it's
Earth.
the
but
worst.
We grew up on that, and I still will eat a bite of that.
I'll eat a bite.
It's worthless, but we grew up
Gotta
on
put-
it, so I still go to Tasties and grab one.
We
I
were
haven't
getting-
this season.
we
I
were-
might not this season, but I
we-
usually do.
We were getting that before microwaves.
Oh, there was no king cake
So there
besides
was no
that crappy
warming it up.
Mackenzie. There's not even cinnamon in that dough.
You can save a bad king cake by warming it up.
Yeah. Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So.
Anyway, the old Mackenzie's king cake. Hey, have you been to this Ayo Bakehouse in the Marigny Triangle? Have you heard of this? AYO Bakehouse.
I have to be honest. I do not get out very often, and when
That's so untrue. You hit all the good restaurants in town like I
no,
do.
but when we do go out, we have restaurants we like to go to.
Yeah, you and your wife, just like me. Yeah,
But I mean, we go out a couple times a month.
we're gonna break down my 38 top restaurants in New Orleans.
Yeah,
list. It's arbitrary. I
seen the
just came up
list.
with 38. They're all no particular order.
I've seen the
Anyway.
list, and most of them I would consider in my league.
I think sort of the frou-frou Michelin guide type stuff, some food critics or whatever. It's like I'm a native New Orleanian. I dine out. I real food for real people that anyone can go to and they're going to enjoy it. Not this, apple slices in a bubble and they blow smoke in it and it's $400 a head. And I love Emerald. I thought Nola was great, but I don't want to go to Emerald's for $300 a head and they tell me what I'm eating. I want to order off of Emerald's menu and they don't have that anymore. So that kind of bums me
Yeah,
out.
I don't like set menu.
Me neither. I don't understand
don't
why
like
people
set
do that.
menus.
It's sort of like,
I like a bunch of options.
yeah, exactly.
Hence why Katie's has a gigantic menu, because I want something on the menu for everyone.
The owners and chefs are already limiting what they're serving on their menu. I want to be able to choose the items, not have it done for me. But this Ayo Bakehouse, I've never been to it. It's in the Marigny Triangle. I've just seen it online in the video. A buddy of mine goes.
What kind of food is it?
It's a bakery and it just looks fantastic.
Oh, man, yeah,
they got the
okay.
braided dough with the cinnamon.
I'm going.
Yeah, I know. And then they
I'm
got all
going.
kind of goodies on the side. I'm like, I
I'm
gotta
going.
go check that out. Anyway, you told me the other day, Scott, you're like scared you might gain weight back. You just gotta. You've done it. You've done this 50-pound drop. You're pretty much at the weight you want to be. You got the treadmill going and you're on it all the time. That you just got to keep doing the treadmill gimmick. And you can't outwork a bad diet, so you can't just eat like crap for a month and just go, I'll get on the treadmill.
No.
But you keep doing this thing. You got what's in the bag? Hold that bag up. I mean, that's perfect.
Grapes and apples.
Apple slices, exactly. And then you're gonna still eat a slice of king cake and stuff. You just have to,
Right.
not eat. I had your onion rings the other night. I don't get them every time. You just gotta.
And I
kinda
told
balance
you
it
what I
out.
was going to do when we left Katie's, because I eat after work. And instead, I brought something home for Stephanie. I had a Cane's craving, so I got a 4-piece. And you know what I did right after I ate it?
Got on the treadmill.
Got on the treadmill.
Yeah, no, just keep doing stuff like that. And you're only eating Cane's like what, once a month?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Exactly. So no worries. You're not
I
going to
do
gain the
love
weight
Cane's.
back.
And
The thing is, you can't ever not focus on it a little. You have to.
no.
It sucks. You can't just do
I
what
used
you
to
want.
eat it 4 times a month.
No, exactly. I do it once
and
a week too.
It's just
You've come
you
too
just-
far.
you have to curtail. I'm never going back there.
Yeah, exactly.
I simply can't, because now I'm always cognizant of how much I weigh. It's a little bit crazy,
I
but
forgot this doctor's name. I have to Google
but
it.
it's Dr. May Scott.
No, he's like a national guy who's on 60 Minutes. He's like train like an athlete for the rest of your life.
Yes, this is why I started doing it now. I'm 63, and I've had a lot of injuries in my life, so I've got some ailments, joints and body parts. But I said now is the time to do it. And Stephanie and I jumped on the wagon together, and it's much easier when your wife's doing it with you. So
I wonder if it's Peter Attia.
we do everything together. So
I think it's Peter Attia.
somehow I've heard of that.
He was on 60 Minutes a while back, and it's just
Maybe he
how to
told me
make,
about it.
live well into your 90s. He's just like train like an athlete, watch what you eat and stuff like that. And this third thing is vitally important. And I agree with this. It's like, you've got this one covered. You got to be in a relationship. You have to, human beings are meant to be with someone else, not alone.
Right.
It's kind of just how we're built.
It's true.
And I'm divorced, but I'm willing to learn again. Hell, I'm willing to learn how to procreate. Don't have any kids. I'm
Well,
willing to do that gimmick.
I'm on my third, but
Third wife?
Yes.
Wow.
But
You're the juggler.
I owned a bar for 15 years.
Yeah.
around
I
Park
can
Road
relate to
Tavern,
that.
and I was young.
But you've been married to this one for like 20 years,
15
right?
years.
Yeah, exactly.
But we've been together for another 7. or
Yeah,
something.
so you're locked and loaded on this one.
We were friends for 5 years.
She might divorce you, but you're not divorcing her.
No, man, we're locked in. We're locked and loaded.
I'm kidding.
We were friends for 5 years and talked about everything.
That's a good way to start.
She was in a relationship, and I mean, we just talked about everything. And then one night we started dating.
Now, one of the best things I ever heard was where you meet your wife or your husband is who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So if you meet in church, you're church going people. You
Right.
meet at 4 a.m. in the bathroom of some bar
Right.
doing cocaine, you're a drug addict. If you know what I mean? You're laughing, but it's true.
It's true.
There's people that meet like that. And
It's
then
true.
you meet because you cheated on your spouses, you're cheaters. You know?
Right.
It's
yeah.
like, and how many cheaters have like later in life cheated again and that cheating relationship ends? It's just,
probably
you know?
plenty.
yeah, exactly. Maybe the
But
majority.
I don't know. You know, we knew each other, and we were different. We're still different, but it works out perfectly because we want to spend all of our time together. We do everything together.
Nice.
And I am blessed.
No, you are.
Because I knew this woman way well before we even started dating.
No, that's
and it was
great.
like, man, let's quit fooling around. And she changed my habits.
Yep. No.
And I was a partier, man.
No,
back
I
in the
know.
90s.
No more crack cocaine for Scot
No,
Craig.
Never did that.
Oh, you think you never did that?
No.
Wow. Hey, guess who's going to join us next after this first break?
Blue Boy.
Oh, I wish Blue Boy. I wish 19-year-old Blue Boy.
I
would
was
come.
going to bring Agador Spartacus.
I wish you would.
Next time.
It's close. Not quite as intelligent as Blue Boy, but it's another edition of Fridays with Fletch. Fletcher Mackle's going to join us.
He's great.
Yep. I think his name, I'm looking on the sheet. I think it's pronounced McKell. Fletcher McKell.
Oh, it's Mackle.
Anyway, he's going to join us from Channel 6. He's heading, where I think he's going to be in the New York airport in JFK. He's heading to Milan for the Olympics. What a great gig, huh? He was in Paris for 21 days. Now he's going to be in Italy for another 3 weeks.
Such a great guy.
He is a
such
good
a great family. I know his brother and his mom, and I knew his dad. Did you know his dad?
Oh, I knew his dad was great. I love Frank Mackle.
I knew him when I was a little kid hanging out at City Park. Because I lived right next to City Park.
He died on my dad's birthday, which is
tragedy.
September 11th.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. Hey, we're coming right back, New Orleans. It's a Fantasy Friday edition of the program. This guy, Scot Craig, don't fault him because he went to Brother Martin. No one's perfect.
He's jealous.
Not everybody can go to
hear us
5300
every
St.
week.
Charles Avenue, De La Salle High School. Got to
jealous.
fight. Maroon and white. We're on the road to victory. Catholic Leaguers chopping it up. A couple of yats.
Used to be Catholic.
A third yat's going to join us. Fletcher Mackle next on this Fantasy Friday edition of the program. Getting cold soon. Watch out. Bundle up. A locally owned fencing company serving the metro New Orleans area for over 20 years.
I'm the fence man.
TheFenceman-NewOrleans.com.
Yeah, I'm the fence man.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spot. TM-AC.com, your cool spot.
Scot Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab, Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Artificial turf custom golf putting greens. Beautiful, functional, zero maintenance. Call New Orleans' own LGD Lawn and Landscapes and get your free estimate.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday, Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market,
Cheska Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End.
Yeah, you, right? Another edition of Fridays with Fletch. Fletcher Mackel joins us on the road at JFK Airport in New York. He's heading to the Olympics. What up, Fletch?
Not a lot, Corey. How are you?
Doing well. Scot Craig's in studio with us.
What's up, my brother?
Scott, what's up? Did a nice piece with my brother. Scott was one of the faces of Katrina, obviously. Yeah. If you don't know the story, it's well documented, but, you know, what you overcame and what you've done since is pretty awesome.
I've been very fortunate, you know, and it all starts with who you settle down with in life. And, you know, my beautiful bride and I have built a life together, and thank you. There's a lot of luck involved too.
So yeah, no. So here in you know, New Orleans to JFK, and then in about an hour, 90 minutes, I think we're gonna head to Milan, and I'll spend the next 24 days there covering the Olympics.
And last year it was Paris.
Yeah, so I'm not quite sure which executive at my company I'm going to owe a kidney to, but when they call, I'm pretty sure I'll say yes, because in the summer of 2024, I went and covered the Summer Olympics in Paris, and then I thought, great, that was like a one-off, like what an amazing professional experience. It was like being in a fairy tale every day, covering the Olympics in Paris. It just, you know, amazing. And then said, hey, we're running it back with the same people. You know, Milan's only 18 months later. So, you know, again, I can't believe I'm going to Milan here to spend 24 days and cover the Olympics, you know, and now I'll get to say I've covered a summer and a winter Olympics.
That's unbelievable, man.
Yeah,
I'm kind of living vicariously through you, Fletch. I was when you were in Paris. It's awesome, man. And Italy's going to be unreal. Now, it's in multiple venues in Italy, right?
So it's the most unique Winter Olympics ever. I'll give you the quick gist. It's Milan Cortina, which is the distance between New Orleans and Houston. It's 5 hours apart.
Wow.
And there's 8 venues between those two cities. When Italy did it, they basically said it's going to be a celebration of Northern Italy. So there's 8 venues for all the different events. The opening and closing ceremony, you're going to be in different places. There's 2 cauldrons. There's one in Milan and there's one in Cortina. And so the skiing events, the snow events are in Cortina, which is more of kind of a snow village. And then the ice events, the majority of them, hockey, curling, ice skating, things like that, are in Milan. And then there's a few other events scattered between the two.
But they've got a speed rail, correct?
So believe it or not, they don't have a speed rail. So I will spend no time in Cortina. A person from my team is going there, but you know, they told us that it's going to be unique, that, you know, some of you all are going to be in Cortina, some are going to be in Milan, some are going to bounce between. I am, setting up shop in Milan for 24 days. There's a train, but it's not a speed train. So they said that believe it or not, it's faster to take the bus. The bus is 5.5 hours. The train, because it's more of like a scenic kind of through the mountains, into the snow village, is like a 7-hour train ride.
So, which events will you be covering?
So that's the fun thing. Like when I went to Paris, they had some local Olympians, like Kristen Duss and Taryn Close, the volleyball duo from LSU. They had some track athletes. I'm going through NBC because NBC has the Olympics. So every morning they have meetings and they just kind of pick and choose what you're going to do. It could be, so last time I covered water polo, I covered taekwondo, I covered fencing, I covered a bunch of different things, and then flavor of the city type stuff too, that was happening in and around Paris. So every day it's something different. But if you do have like an athlete from your market, earmark it and they'll try to get you there. So I even jokingly told them, look, there's no earmarks for me. We ain't got no Winter Olympians. So you just put me on whatever you want to put me on.
Wow.
It's another edition of Fridays with Fletch. Fletcher Mackel joins us from JFK Airport. Fletch, you got an overnight flight?
Yeah. We're leaving here and it's like 8 hours, so we'll get there. It's 7 hours, 6 hours ahead of East Coast, 7 hours ahead. So I think we land at like 10 a.m. Milan time, and it'll be like 3 a.m. New Orleans time.
Wow, that's a long travel day. How long will you be there? Like 3 weeks?
Yep, 24 days. 24 days. So I get there obviously tomorrow, and we come back. Our flight's on Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday the 22nd or Tuesday the 23rd of February. The closing ceremony's on a Sunday. Monday's kind of like your day to pack and recuperate, and then fly back on Tuesday.
That's absolutely fantastic, man. 24 days, nearly a month in Italy. You might not return.
The funny thing is this. I did 23 days in Paris, and at the end of it, there were a lot of people like, I'm ready to go home. Let's go. And I was like, yeah, you know what? If you told me this was going to last another week and we're going to be here 30 days, I'd have been perfectly fine with it.
No, you're going to world-class countries, man. I mean, Paris and France and Milan and Italy. That's world-class. You can't do any better.
Stephanie could live in Paris.
No, I'm telling you.
I could live in Paris, but I wouldn't want to leave New Orleans.
That's New Orleans is like a mini Paris. It's our mother.
Well, and you know what the funny thing is, since you got Scott there, and it's kind of like we can lean into food a little bit here. The funny thing that people told me is that the food in Milan, everybody thinks of like Italian food is kind of like that Southern Italian, like that citrus and the tomatoes and the red sauces and stuff like that. And even like coastal Italy with like a lot of the seafood. But they said that since, Milan is all the way up north by Switzerland and Austria, it's a ton of like osabuca and risotto and heartier dishes. Not that they don't have, obviously, pizza and pasta, but they said it's going to be a lot of risotto and osabuca and a lot more meat dishes and heartier stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be
more German.
It's going to be a brown sauce instead of a red sauce. New Orleans is all Sicilians, south off the coast on an island of its own. So you'll have brown sauce instead of red and stuff like that. No, but still seafood and just great food, different than Paris, but still world-class cuisine. So you're kicking butt and taking names, Fletch. Now, I know you're doing her stuff and you're doing NBC stations all around the country. Will we see everything you do on Channel 6, or will we have to go to like a website to catch everything you do?
No, that's the funny thing, is whatever I do, no matter who it's for, WDSU is airing it, because obviously being there, even if I'm doing a report on an athlete from Wisconsin who's a curler, we're running it on Channel 6 because I'm there doing it. So so there'll be no meat left on the bone of what I do in Paris. Everything will air on WDSU.
Nice. And when you're finishing a story and you're like, and Lindsey Vonn came back from her injury, will you then have to do 20 outtakes? Fletcher Mackel for Indianapolis NBC.
It's actually 30, yes. And it's the funniest thing ever. I put it up with my brother when he went to the Olympics. He went to Rio in 16 and South Korea in 18 for the Winter Olympics.
Wow.
And we do have to do for our company is the Hearst Corporation. and they own 30 stations. So we do special stuff for them. So I will have to say, like, like Cincinnati's news leader and, Louisville's news leader and, all whatever their slogans are, we have to do a taping, and the outtakes are kind of comical because, needless to say, I can't remember all 30, so I screw them up sometimes.
Now I'm assuming there's no intro. You're not going to be going, thanks, Jan, and for somebody in Indianapolis. It's just going to be them throwing to you and you starting it. The outros will be the difference part, right?
Yeah. The only time we do that is if we're live. We do that, but only on live stuff. Like, so if I'm live, like on the morning shows, because we rotate onto morning shows, then we'll do like 6 hours. It's called like coast to coast. We'll do like 6 hours of morning live shots from Boston and Baltimore on the East Coast to Sacramento and Salinas, Monterey on the West Coast. And then they have like a whiteboard, and they'll let you know the anchors' names. It'll be like, up next, we're going to, Kansas City in Lance. And so, when that guy tosses to me, I'll be like, hey, good morning in Kansas City, Lance, so.
Acting like you know Lance.
Yeah, I have no idea who he is. No clue. He's a name on a whiteboard.
Yep.
That's so fun.
I know, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
No, Fletch handles it like a champ too.
Oh, he's a pro.
Hey, Fletch.
The only thing is I have to pay attention, and every now and then, it'll be like, wait, are we going to Pittsburgh next or Baltimore? Because, the last
Go Steelers.
I don't want to be one of those guys that, everything lives virally now, like, and be like, hey, good morning, Birmingham. And it's like, oh, wait, that's Orlando,
Yep.
So.
Yep. Hey, Fletch, what's your when will we see your first report on Channel 6?
So we get there tomorrow, and then they have like a big security summit on Sunday where everybody's got to go to it, like the who's who, what's what. So probably early next week. I don't think Monday, but I think probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Wednesday at the drop dead latest, but probably as early as Tuesday.
When do they light the flame and officially start the Milan Winter Olympics?
Friday. The opening ceremony is Friday the 6th. And then, so NBC's got a lot going on, WDSU. Friday is the opening ceremony. Sunday is the Super Bowl. So it's a pretty big, they call it like legendary February. And then the week after that is the NBA All-Star game. And all three of those things NBC has.
Yeah, the dumb question of the moment coming from me. The Olympics are on NBC.
Yes.
Yep.
Aren't they always on NBC?
They have been lately on NBC.
The summer too.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, the summer and the winter, the Olympics have been on NBC for probably since the late 90s now. Like ABC had the Olympics for a long time, and then NBC got the contract, and they haven't given it up. I want to say since either 96 in Atlanta or like 98 in Nagano. It was one of those times that they got it and they ain't giving it back.
All right, Fletch, have a safe flight. We'll check you out Monday on Channel 6. And we'll visit with you a week from today, 4:20 local time. I guess it'll be like 12:20 midnight Italy time, right?
Asterisk, if I'm passed out in bed, I apologize ahead of time, but I'm going to do my best for you, Corey.
What's the time difference? 6-7 hours?
7 hours from New Orleans.
All right, yeah, so 4:20 would be 11:20. You're going to be awake. Have a great flight. We'll check you out on Channel 6. We'll see you next week.
All right, no problem.
That's Fletcher Mackel. Yeah, you're right. From JFK heading to Milan for the Olympics. How cool is that, Scott?
Man, he's got a sweet gig.
Yeah, but he's earned it. He works his tail off.
He's the best.
Yep.
These guys that cover sports, I mean, it's just, I think back when I was in school, I was always going to be an attorney. And when I was at UNO, I loved communications. And I look back, why didn't I get into communications and become a sportscaster?
Well, you went to Brother Martin and UNO, formulating sentences and, education. That's just tough.
Are you really picking on the University of New Orleans?
Of course. Isn't it the University of No Opportunity? Isn't that
It's
what
a
UNO
lot
stands
harder
for?
than LSU was.
It probably was. I went to summer school at UNO. Yeah, it was actually
really hard.
I learned more
I spent
in
my
7th
first
grade
year at LSU.
I learned more at Trinity in 7th grade than I did at LSU. Hey, we're coming right back. Scott Craig's live in studio. Don't move, New Orleans.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We're doing all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
Dave Miet Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miet, insagency.com. Dave Miet Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miet, insagency.com.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
Isn't it time to have that dream backyard you've always wanted? LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen with artificial turf installation. Synthetic turf gives you the look and feel of natural grass. You get a beautiful lawn without the ongoing expenses of maintenance and no puddles, meaning you won't be tracking grass or dirt into the house. Let LGD come to your house and give you a free estimate. NOLALGD.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scot Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now.
Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
Yeah, you're right. Every day, this program on radio, on television, on YouTube, on Twitter, X. Brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex, home of Lamarck Ford, the big store. I mean, if you're looking for like an F-150 or an Explorer or a Mustang, why would you go to any other Ford dealership? Lamarck Ford, the big store, over 45 years. Not only folks in New Orleans and the metro area, but regionally from Mississippi, Alabama, even Texas, head to Kennebra and pick up their Ford vehicle from the big store. And don't forget Lamarck Lincoln, the #1 Lincoln dealership in the state of Louisiana. And if you own a business and need a commercial truck, van, or SUV, Lamarck Crescent City Ford on Jefferson Highway for over 80 years. Every day, this program brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex and Lamarck Crescent City Ford. Ronnie Lamarck from Araby Park.
It's Ronnie Lamarck.
From Araby Park.
He's a great man, from what I understand.
Yep.
He's just a giving, loving, caring man.
Yep. No, but some people, there's like mixed. Some people are like, oh, Ronnie, he's obnoxious, he's singing, whatever. I'm just like, Ronnie has always been nice to me, gracious to me, respected my parents, just always good for New Orleans and the metro area. His wife's a wonderful person. That Ronnie Jr.'s a class kid. Oh, boy. No, I'm not. I hear you. Yeah, I hear you, man.
Lamarck is a true Arabian.
Yeah, he's from Araby. Yep. Scot Craig's with us from Katie's. Francesca Deli. Scott, I'm going to go through some headlines and get your comments on it. Mayor Moreno in D.C., she met with Donald Trump talking about extra cash for, infrastructure, talking about extending the FEMA money a little longer so we can, spend that on roads and infrastructure. She paid for her flight with campaign funds, paid for the hotel room with campaign funds. No more junket Cantrell. Meeting with Trump and just the minor thing, paying for the flight and hotel rooms with campaign funds the entire trip. No city money being spent. Very refreshing.
She is going to do such a great job. I'm telling you, I left the forum that they did, I don't know, a month ago or longer, and I am so fired up about the city of New Orleans, the direction it's going in. And that is what I have been saying for years that a mayor needs to do. Because I've always said I'd love to be mayor of this town. But you go to Washington and you tell Washington what you need.
And she meets with Donald Trump, who's a staunch Republican conservative.
She works with both sides.
She said that today. She's
working with the governor.
I learned to work with both sides.
She's got to. She knows it. It's smart. She's working with both sides. She's working to make New Orleans great. And I love this city, Corey. You know how passionate I am about New Orleans. And I am so excited just from going to that forum and listening to she and JP Morrell and Joe talk about what we're going to do with the city of New Orleans, and that they have a serious hole to climb out of. But that's what you do to get out of a hole. You go talk to the president. You go talk to the governor. You make relationship. You build relationships with them, and you talk with them, and you get them to help you get out of this hole. You didn't put us in this hole. Junket put us in this hole, and I've never said that before. But I mean, I actually liked Mayor Cantrell when I met her. She was really nice. But what she did here was just it was wrong. Yep. She destroyed the city.
No cursing.
I did not curse.
No, I thought you were about to.
I wanted to.
Yep.
But
she's
disappointed me so much. And I'm telling you, what I saw from Mayor Helena Moreno is going to change the trajectory of this city.
No, and you're like me. You're registered as other and independent.
NA.
So you're not like some Democrat,
NP.
Pushing that agenda.
No.
You're like me, kind of 50-50 on each side. What this city has been not only Democrat and kind of liberal run, but almost like hardcore left, loony left woke for our entire lifetime. I mean, when I think about Republicans in city, first off, right now, there's not a single elected, anointed, or appointed conservative Republican anywhere to be seen in New Orleans. When you think about Republicans in New Orleans government, it's like the late, great Jay Batt, a generation before him was like Peggy Wilson. There's just not many. And I think
Susie
a major
Terrell.
problem, Susie Terrell. I mean, there's just, she was a Republican?
Yeah.
Susie Hike Terrell?
Yeah.
I thought she was a Democrat.
No.
Anyway, they're just not many. And I think Louisiana's dysfunction can be kind of wacky, right, evangelical, not many Democrats. But even Louisiana elected John Bel Edwards, a blue dog. He was pro-guns and anti-abortion twice.
Can we forget about
and New Orleans
parties?
never elects a Republican.
New Orleans can't even think about parties right now.
Well, no, but I'm just talking about another ideology, another way of thinking.
That's all it is.
This left thinking exclusively is part of New
or
Orleans'
right thinking.
demise.
They need to work together.
That's right.
It makes too much sense. And maybe that's the problem with New Orleans in the past. It makes too much sense to work together. Although, Mayor Morial did a great job. Mark Morial.
I disagree. I think that was the most corrupt administration maybe in New Orleans history.
Which
I don't
one?
Think Mark Morial or
I
Dutch.
disagree.
Not Dutch so much.
I disagree with Mark.
But Mark was awful, I thought. The only thing Mark did, two things he did right. Got out of the way 2 times. He got out of the way when the Fed said, we're sending you Richard Pennington. He wanted to promote like Pampy Barre or some buddy of his in the police force as chief, which would have just been recycling the same crap. And he got out of the way and let Bill Hines and, the sports, foundation with Jay Cicero and your boy who runs the Dome, Doug Thornton, let them bring the Pelicans, the then Hornets from Charlotte here. He got out of the way for the NBA, got out of the way for Chief Pennington. Mark Morial's administrator, and it sucks because Mark Morial's smart, he's special, but he's sort of like the Edwin Edwards type, like a Bill Jefferson, like couldn't help himself. Let me set up friends and family. I mean, his mom's brother, Haydel, his uncle got arrested and indicted for shenanigans. Now, I mean, Mark to me is like Edwin Edwards, wasted talent, and I don't think
those
he did
were
good for
people
New Orleans.
around Mark. He didn't get arrested.
No, of course not. Mark was smart. So was Jacques. But what I think the
Well,
feds
maybe
did. I
did
think
you ever
the
come to
feds-
think that he didn't do anything?
Oh no, I think he did a lot. He was overseeing
I
it all. He was the
disagree.
head guy, and I think the feds. I think
I've
the
known
feds
him my
said.
whole
I think
life.
they were like, we're going to indict you, or you get out of Dodge and don't influence elections. Jacques is like spayed or neutered, whatever Jacques is, and Mark's in New York and never comes to New Orleans or influences anything. I honestly think the feds were like, get out or we're indicting you. But no, you
Actually, I've
you
been
set me off on the Mark
I've
Morial
been
thing.
disappointed that Mark hasn't come back to help.
I'm not. I don't want him coming
especially
back to help
after
at all.
Katrina.
There's nothing he
and-
can do to help. What Mark Morial's administration was when Atlanta, Dallas, and Houston were pedal to the metal, just blowing by.
Corey,
us and-
did we just disagree on
And
something?
they were doping around. No,
I'm
we didn't
shocked. We
disagree.
always agree on mostly
Oh.
everything.
All right, I got something we can agree on.
What?
Trey Yen and Mandeville.
Trey Yen and Mandeville, baby.
The Wong brothers are great.
It's
huh?
good too. Yeah, he's good guys.
They
man.
are good
and that's
guys.
a great restaurant.
I love it.
It really is.
I'd beeline
It's
across
worth
the
the
lake.
trip. It's worth the trip.
And
for
I don't even
sure.
like saying trip, like Gallagher's 527. Pat
Yeah,
Gallagher,
it's
Pat.
not a trip. Yeah,
It-
that's another great restaurant.
It's 25. It's less than
It
that. It's
is.
like 23 minutes from
It's
Lakeside
ju-
Shopping
It's
Center.
crazy this thinking that the North Shore is a trip. Now, it is a trip.
Well, if you go
But
to
where
like
my
Del-
brother lives is a trip.
if you go to like
He's
Del-
North Covey.
Yeah, no. If you go to like Del Porto, that might take you
That's a-
40 minutes.
yeah.
and that's a great restaurant. But you
It
got to go
is.
through
Very good.
I-12 and all that. You're like in Metairie. It's just traffic
Yeah.
and crowded. But Trey Yen on the left of the causeway at the foot of the bridge and Gallagher's 527. You don't drive around on the North Shore. You get off at that first exit and Trey Yen's on your left, Gallagher's is on your right. I'm like, it's like 23 minutes from Lakeside Shopping Center. You know,
I know.
it's just a no-brainer.
But
love
I always
Trey Yen.
tell people when they move to the North Shore, it's like, nice knowing you.
Well,
my best friend lives over there. He's my cardiologist.
I can't
and
blame
I never
folks
see him
for
or
living
you
over
know.
there. New Orleans and Jefferson are crusty, and they don't have the economy that the North Shore has, and the North Shore is nicer and plusher and safer.
Economy?
But
what economy?
well, I
It's-
shouldn't say economy.
it's
all the same.
restaurants.
No, it is. You're right. You're right. It's the same.
And most of them are
economy as Metro.
chains.
No, you're right. It's the same as Metro New Orleans. The economy. Just that it's kind of plush and nice, but also, I mean, I'm single and I love the city, and I couldn't live on the North Shore. That's just me.
Bro, I got to tell you something. I love living in Orleans Parish.
Me too.
I love New Orleans. Just driving out here today made me like, why do people want to live out here?
Don't dog the outlying areas in the suburbs.
I'm
Scott.
not.
Those folks come
I'm
into
not
Katy.
dogging them, but
Screw
it's
Scott,
the
I'm not coming to Katy.
traffic. You always call it the land of
Oh,
traffic.
Metairie, it is home of traffic. Lots and lots of
It's
traffic.
lots and lots of traffic. And driving out here today was like, wow.
Hey, speaking of Katie's, that steak night is off the charts. Went in with about 4 friends,
So
sat at
much
a nice
fun.
table right in the middle of the restaurant. It was slam packed, having a great time. Everybody got the steak
But
special.
you
off
didn't
the
have
board.
to wait, did you?
No,
Because we have plenty of seating.
and plenty of wait staff, and everybody was quick, and it was great. Started with those onion rings, and then everybody got the filet special. What's like a 10-ounce filet, 11-ounce?
8.
It looks. I think it's a little bigger than 8. Honestly, y'all cut them big that
Well,
night, and just
we cut 'em,
flavorful.
but they're never less than
has like
8.
a charred taste, like it was off the grill. And started with the Caesar
is off the
salad,
grill.
which was a great Caesar salad, and then the potatoes are like, those are addictive. I knocked out the whole pile of those potatoes.
We
Fantastic.
call them Katie's messy potatoes.
They're messy good.
And it's delicious. It's
And then
a
you got green
combination of fresh
beans.
potatoes. Yeah, we give you green beans.
So I mean,
fresh
that's
green
4
beans.
courses right there.
It's
and
a
then
lot.
then you had
White
the
chocolate
bread pudding. And then I just had ice water, but I could have got a glass of wine or a cocktail, all for $39 Wednesday night at Katie's.
Yeah, it's a great deal.
Now the ribeye with the surf and turf with the shrimp, that's the same gimmick, $39 with all
Yep.
those things, the Caesar
Yep.
salad, the cocktail, or the wine.
Yep.
You can't beat that steak
And
special
they're
on
both
Wednesday
choice. That's not a cheap piece of meat. I know you could tell
night.
because you know when something is select.
I went
That
to-
is not
and
select
that's
beef,
sinful.
guys.
I can't believe people even serve select beef at a restaurant, but I went to one place. I was sawing through it. I was like, what the hell? I barely could
Well-
pierce my fork into a
But
fillet. That's
Corey,
sinful.
in defense, when you're selling something that cheap, you're trying to make some money.
Well, then-
I just refuse to sell anything that's below our standards at Katie's.
That's right. So
Or
make
at
Make it
Francesca.
$5 or $8, $10 more, and don't make select beef. I mean, select beef's like Taco Bell. I mean, you can't do
I
that.
mean,
at
like
a,
I
at a
told
New
you,
Orleans
that
restaurant.
beef is $32 a pound
I know,
right
it's
now.
crazy.
When we started steak night, it was 25.
Yeah, steak's expensive
And
now.
I remember the first steak night, we underestimated how busy we were going to be. I did one video.
I remember you
and
did
we
like
had been-
140 steaks.
we
one night.
would been doing steak night forever, and we weren't doing that many steaks. And we did one video, and I said, Marcus, go ahead and double your order. So we ordered 40 steaks.
Wow.
By 5:30,
They were gone.
I'm at Dorgnac's buying every steak they had.
I bet.
And then I had to borrow a case of Prime from the steak knife from Bobby Roth. He's
Wow.
one of my close friends.
Hold that thought. We're going to
Yeah.
come right back. Scott Craig's in studio. Don't move, New Orleans.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Word is one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Simlawn Artificial Turf Custom Golf Putting Green. Beautiful, functional, zero maintenance. Call New Orleans' own LGD Lawn and Landscapes and get your free estimate.
When USA Today ranked the 10 best must-visit New Orleans restaurants for travelers, Mid-City's own Katie's made the list. USA Today says Scot Craig is chef-owner at Katie's, a much-loved Creole Italian eatery that draws armies of regulars for lunch, brunch, and dinner. A neighborhood spot where locals congregate and New Orleans-style hospitality rules. Indeed it does. Katie's in Mid-City.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters, and you'll never have to clean your gutters again, ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home, and right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now.
Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
Welcome back. Fantasy Friday edition of the program. Scott Craig's with us live in studio. Michael Heck from Greater New Orleans Inc. going to join us from D.C. New Orleans Mardi Gras up in Washington, D.C. at the Capitol, trying to get some money for the city, the state, and, show the rest of the country, all these representatives, how we do things down here in New Orleans. Scott, Mardi Gras coming up. Boy, Endymion's huge for Katie's on that Saturday.
It's a big day.
Yep.
Mark Hughes just made a comment. He said he's in the Metairie traffic.
He's in Metairie traffic. Let's head to Jimmy in Metairie, home of traffic, lots and lots of traffic, aka New Orleans West.
Yeah.
I why I say New Orleans West? Because a lot of Metairie and Jefferson Parish folks are like, I ain't New Orleans West. They like, I'm not in New Orleans. I love people that are like, I don't like New Orleans, yet they stay in Metairie, or I don't like New Orleans and they move to the North Shore. It's like, if someone lived in Dallas and they moved to Plano, they're still in Dallas.
Hold
if someone
on,
lived in
man.
Atlanta, I don't live in Atlanta. I live in Buckhead. You're in Atlanta.
And they're the first people that when they meet somebody from they're out of town. Where are you from? Oh, I'm from New Orleans.
You bet.
You best not say that to me.
It's a love-hate. They act like they hate New Orleans, and I get the dysfunction of New Orleans and why you moved and all that, but don't say you hate New Orleans.
New Orleans is back,
you moved
baby.
across the 17th Street Canal. You moved across Lake Pontchartrain. You are in Metro New Orleans. No, I call the North Shore New Orleans North Shore, Metairie New Orleans West. It is what it is.
Don't say if you're from New Orleans if you're not going to claim New Orleans.
Boy, terrible news today, Scott. A Jefferson Parish sheriff deputy killed. He was leading a funeral procession. He was the motorcycle cop. He got hit from behind on Airline Highway a little before lunchtime. 14-year veteran, a wife and 2 kids. Just a sickening story, man. Sickening.
How did that happen?
I don't know, man. It's heartbreaking. Accidents happen. I don't know,
I'm always looking out for bikes and stuff and motorbikes. You've had to,
got a lot of unconscious drivers in Metro New Orleans.
That is,
got a lot of
they're
unconscious
not just New Orleans, they're everywhere. But that is sad, man. I hate to hear a police officer get killed.
Hey, in spite of the frigid temps, Crew de Vue is going to roll through the French Quarter in the Marigny tomorrow night. Freezing temperatures.
Of course they will.
It's going to be like 31 to 35. That's what they're expecting.
Bundle up, man. That's what it's all about. Put some long johns on and bundle up.
I remember
Get
Mardi
some
Gras
hand
Day.
warmers.
I remember Mardi Gras Day like as a kid, old enough where I could go by myself, like late high school, early college.
Yeah.
I didn't own gloves. We had socks on our
Right,
hands.
yeah,
When it was like
absolutely,
35, had socks
yeah.
on our hands.
Yeah.
Socks.
I love bundling up. It's like I get to wear all my cool stuff, like my slew sweatshirt.
This is a crazy story. I just thought I'd throw it on a Friday. I mean, it's just, I guess the nanny could be affected by this, but it's just sort of kind of funny and just demented and crazy. This guy, Rutledge Dees the Fourth. I mean, listen to that name, Rutledge Dees the Fourth.
That's a blue blood.
Well, he's 35 years old. He's from Lafayette. He poses as a disabled man, so the nanny will change his diaper. And this is the 3rd arrest. He got arrested in November of 2019. He got arrested 2 years later, December of 2021, and he just got arrested for a 3rd time. I think it's time to put Rutledge Dees the Fourth in a cage for a while.
Rutledge needs to be in a cage.
He's got a little problem where that's how he gets excited, like where a nanny changes his diaper.
Man.
And he pretends to be disabled, which is sinful.
Well, there's something wrong with him.
Of course there's
He
something
needs
wrong
to
with
be in a cuckoo house.
Well, yeah, that or just a cage for a while.
Or a cage.
That's just insane.
Cage.
Unbelievable.
It's
just crazy.
This happened in Lafayette?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Lafayette's kind of crazy anyway.
I love Cajun country.
Oh, it's the best.
It's the best.
I love when I meet Cajun people from anywhere, Southwest Louisiana. They come to New Orleans and they come to Katie's. And last week on WWL, I cook in the mornings on the morning show.
Yeah, Channel 4. That's good stuff, man.
I'm filling in for Kevin Belton now.
He's a good
for a
guy.
while.
Huh?
He's the best.
What a sweet guy
We've
guy
been
is.
friends since high school.
He's a super sweet
Yes,
guy.
Brother Martin.
Oh, boy.
So
I hope he played some football under Bobby Conlon. He's a beast.
I made grits and griots. And so I bring them back to the restaurant, and I had some left over. And I said, guys, would you mind? They're all from Lafayette and Morgan City.
You want to get a taste test?
And I said, would you please taste my griots and tell me what you think? And they honestly just looked at me and went, that's the best griot I ever had. And I learned how to cook in Gentilly. So from my friends' moms and grandmothers.
One thing we're blessed in this area, I'm telling you, you've traveled. I remember going to Saints camp for like a month straight in La Crosse, Wisconsin in the 90s. My sister lives in Charlottesville, Virginia. I've been up there a lot and other places. New Orleans is blessed with beautiful women. There's no doubt about it. I mean, in Cajun country, it is off the chart. Home of Thibodeau, off the charts. And I mean,
there is nothing sexier than a Cajun lady's accent.
Oh, God, exactly. Plus, they're just beautiful.
And when I would go up to St. Louis and I first met Stephanie's
I
dad.
can't imagine St. Louis being like a hotbed for women.
Well, I got my wife out of it.
No, maybe you did, but I'm just generally speaking. I don't
But
think St.
her
Louis.
dad and his friends would call me Kunas. And I'm like, God, I wish, y'all. I'm just from New Orleans, but I'm not
Any Cajun blood in you?
No.
I'm 25%
My family's
Cajun
from
blood.
Indianapolis,
Wow.
but I was born here.
Yeah.
So I'm a true blood New Orleans.
Yeah. I got 25. My dad's side, his mom was Cajun, so I'm 25% Cajun blood.
Man,
You want to
that's
hear
so
a great,
special.
a crazy fact? Edwin Edwards, 0 Cajun blood in his body. 0. Edwin Edwards is not
and he
Cajun.
sounded like one.
Well, no, he grew up in Cajun country. I mean,
Right.
you have people that have some black folks in Cajun country. They're not Cajun. Some.
Well, I
some
tell you
are,
what,
but some
Governor
aren't.
Landry's got it.
No, he's
Whoa.
Cajun.
Yeah,
And
he's
Edwin
Cajun.
Edwards had a Cajun accent. He grew up in Cajun country. There's no doubt about it. I'm sure he's like Cajuns that like him would say sort of an unofficial Cajun or an official Cajun. But I'm just telling you a fact. Edwin Edwards has 0 Cajun blood. His dad's from Kentucky and his mom is French, but not Cajun French, from like France, not Nova Scotia. Edwin Edwards had 0 Cajun blood running through his body. This Yaddy New Orleanian that doesn't sound Cajun at all has 25% more Cajun blood than Edwin Edwards.
I've got
And that's
none.
a fact.
I've got some
You and
Egyptian.
Edwin Edwards are the same. Yeah. Isn't that funny? You would think Edwin Edwards, he's half Cajun. He's 75% Cajun. Definitely grew up there, has the Cajun
I've never
accent.
stolen anything from
Could
anybody.
speak Cajun French, embrace the community, but he's not Cajun.
I've never stolen anything.
Hey, we got.
Never.
Are you sticking around at all in the 5 o'clock hour? You got to get out of here.
No, I'll hang.
You hang for a little
I'm
while?
good.
All right, good. We'll go through what's happening at Katie's tonight and what's
Yeah.
happening at Francesca.
Yeah.
Look on the monitor, Scott. That's what was up there about 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, I've been watching it forever.
Yep. Katie's in Mid-City. Francesca Deli in
Katie's
Lakeview.
in Mid-City.
Here comes Blue Boy. Look at him. Here comes Blue. What, buddy? What? Oh, there he is. What? You like having Scot Craig in studio? You want that leftover steak I brought from Katie's from Wednesday night steak night?
Wait, I brought you gumbo and shrimp and crawfish and corn soup.
I'm fired up about that. That's dinner tonight. Hey, stick around, New Orleans. That's Blue Boy barking, saying the 5 o'clock powwow is next right now. Don't move.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 5 p.m.
Sorry.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamarck team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamarck Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
The Fence Man, a locally owned fencing company serving the metro New Orleans area for over 20 years.
I'm the fence man.
TheFenceman-NewOrleans.com.
Yeah, I'm the fence man.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. My Sittu, that's Arabic for grandmother, used to make the best football kibbe. You can experience kibbe just like my grandmother used to make, and so many other Middle Eastern favorites on the streetcar line. Lebanon's Cafe.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance, total maintenance. Keep you cool. TM-JC.com. No cool spots.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
Artificial turf custom golf putting greens. Beautiful, functional, zero maintenance. Call New Orleans' own LGD Lawn and Landscapes and get your free estimate.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scot Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Here we go. 5 o'clock powwow coming your way. Corey Johnson with your Fantasy Friday edition of the program. The 5 o'clock powwow this afternoon brought to you by Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Go check it out. Now get a reservation if you're planning on going tonight or tomorrow night. Lunch Tuesday through Friday. Dinner Tuesday through Saturday night. It's fantastic. It's Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. That's Mr. Drew Brees. He's right. This is New Orleans. Scot Craig's with us, sticking around for a few minutes in the 5 o'clock powwow. What do you think, Scott? Drew Brees? Belichick should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But Drew Brees will be next week.
Oh, absolutely. Belichick should be on it.
What talks me out about Belichick? I mean, besides deserving, because I think Belichick's kind of a jerk.
Politics.
But some kind of politics crazy. I don't know how it did happen, but it's not gonna taint Drew Brees. But people are gonna be like, oh, the Drew Brees class where Belichick didn't get in, like that's gonna be kind of like an asterisk.
Well,
and,
yeah.
you know, I don't want that.
Belichick, unlike Peyton, took advantage of having a Hall of Fame quarterback. One of the top 10 quarterbacks in history.
Well, you want to know what he did?
Maybe top 5.
I think New England, the entire Brady era, had at worst was like 15, 16 in defense. So at worst, New England's defense was middle of the road in the NFL. And some years they were very stout, like top 10 defense.
Right.
Sean Payton, I think it was the 2012 season.
It's the worst defense in the history of the NFL.
2012, I think, was the most prolific offense in the history of the NFL, like 7,500 yards. Right. The very next year, 2013, it might have been 11 and 12. The very next season, the worst defense in the history of the NFL. And that still is to this day. The one year they gained over 7,000 yards, like 7,500, number one offense in the history of the league. The very next year, they gave up like 7,500 yards, the single worst defense in the history of the league. You know, Sean Payton.
Horrible free agents.
Yeah. Jeff Ireland extended his career. Remember the 3 7-9 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
Coughlin gets fired in New York. He had 2 Super Bowl wins.
Right.
And New York fires him, the Giants, after like a couple of losing seasons. Peyton goes 7-9 3 years in a row. Tom Benson gave him $1 million raise and an extension.
It was unbelievable how people cannot see what Sean Payton actually was here. I mean, the Vicodin gate, the bounty gate, lying to the commissioner.
The Super Bowl win and the prolific offenses, those are fantastic. You can't dismiss those, Scott.
I'm not.
Sean Payton's the man. I mean, the Super Bowl.
I'm not. For the first 4 years, he was great.
But I think even more than that. But the thing that bums me out about Sean Payton, the last year here, trying to get the Dolphins job, And then he's still
Before
coaching
that-
the Saints. And then I'm burned out. And then literally like walking out of the Saints door, he's like, I'm ready to coach again before he even got the Fox gig. And then leaving the Saints with no quarterback. There wasn't a single QB he developed that went to another team. He just rode the Drew Brees coattails. So that bummed me out. But Sean Payton's a Hall of Fame coach. He's a hero in New Orleans.
He's not a Hall of Fame coach.
He's going to be a Hall of Fame coach.
He's a regular season coach.
He's going to be a Hall of Fame coach.
He's not
Scott,
going to win
and
another Super
You're
Bowl.
on the losing end of this argument.
I don't think I am.
Locally?
I don't think
locally.
He
you're in
had
the clear minority.
He had Drew Brees all those years and couldn't win.
90% of the New Orleans Saints fans would disagree with you.
I'm sure.
No,
but
I'm
if you
just saying.
sit down and listen to me and listen to my diatribe of Sean Payton, you would see the light.
The Super Bowl win for this Saints organization that's been sort of abysmal outside of like Mora and Finks.
It was wonderful.
And,
it was
and
wonderful.
Hazlitt for a few years.
It was wonderful.
And that trumps everything you're saying.
It was wonderful.
It trumps everything you're saying.
I guess that's the final 12 years of doing nothing.
Well, no, it wasn't nothing. I mean, they were a contender.
It was a heartbreaker every year.
It was a heartbreaker, but you
Because
didn't
he'd
know
do
that
something
until it
stupid
happened.
in the playoffs.
You're kind of sounding like folks that dog Les Miles at LSU.
He should have blown out the Rams in that game and then blame it on the officials.
No, and then Seattle, and no, you're right. But
I know.
The Nola no call,
Minnesota, the wild card game,
No,
they didn't show
the
up.
Minnesota Miracle. No, the Seattle.
If that onside kick fails in the Super Bowl, which it didn't.
Well, but I mean,
if we're
they weren't
skiff, we'd all be
expecting it.
sailing. I get it. It's fine. But
I don't think that would have
I'm just
changed
saying,
the outcome of the game because I think
his-
it was a smart call. You want to know what the gutsy onside kick was? Hazlitt against the Rams in the playoff. That was a gutsy one because no one was expecting it. Not that people were expecting the one with Peyton, but here's the difference. Hazlitt's one was unexpected, and the Saints had a pretty stout defense back then. The one with the Colts, Peyton really had nothing to lose. Like Peyton Manning, 2 or 3 plays, they're on the 50-yard line. You know what I mean? So like it was a less risk thing.
Manning had a bad game.
I just thought I thought the onside kick was brilliant. Morstead pulled it off. I mean,
Brilliant.
I don't know. I think look, I'm sour on Peyton the way he left and all that, but I think you're a little over the top on
The sourest was never drafting a quarterback to take Drew Brees'
No,
place.
and not developing a QB. I acknowledge
And
all that.
wasting 3rd and 4th round picks on some garbage quarterback that was never going to play in the NFL.
Hey, Katie's is still fantastic. So is Francesca Deli. Don't let his opinion of Sean Payton scare you away from the rest.
Hey,
of
man, I love the Saints, and I just don't think we got a fair shake there.
Well, I'll tell you this. Drew Brees is the greatest all-time Saint. Ricky Jackson's not number 2. He's 1A. Sean Payton is clearly the best coach in Saints history. Jim Mora is not number 2. He's 1A. You know, Mora.
Thank you.
You know, Mora,
That's
that
my
era,
coach.
they went up against in the same division, the San Francisco 49ers
Yep.
with Joe Montana.
Yep.
At that point, the greatest dynasty in the history of the NFL.
Yep.
And the Saints, not once under Mora, but twice, won 12 games
Yep.
and did not win the division. So I think you
was
could, on one
horrible.
hand, you could think of NFL teams that won 12 games, like they're probably like
And
3 or
did
4
not
others,
win the
and
division.
didn't win the division. So if the Saints are in any other NFC division or in the AFC, I think at one point Mora
They
was
would
like
have been in a
20
Super
They
Bowl
would have been
back
in the
then.
Super Bowl a few years, probably.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. They were like 22-0
Because
at one
Mora
time
was a
against
great
Denver.
coach. Carl Smith was offensive coordinator. He was kind of stubborn.
I said 22-0 against Denver, 22-0 against the AFC, like a streak of like 22 straight wins.
Yep.
Denver went to the Super Bowl. The
42
next year,
to nothing.
The next year was like 42-0
I was
against
there.
the team that went to the Super Bowl the year
Mhm.
before. So Mora and Finks, they're underappreciated. I mean, everybody just keys in on the kind of like you on Peyton. They key in on the 0-4 playoffs and they can't let go of that. I'm thinking, and it was pre-free agency. You know, I think I love Mora and those Saints. Mora's 1A to Peyton,
that
and
was
Ricky Jackson's
so much
1A
fun.
to Breeze.
That was so much
The
fun.
Dome Patrol, I mean, they were incredible.
It was so much fun going to those games.
People complain about Carl Smith. I'm like, you don't complain when you look at the victory and then the time of possession was 46 minutes for the Saints. And,
Right,
You
yeah.
know, 23 for the other team, stuff like that.
They
I mean,
just
it was,
kicked a lot of field
yeah, they
goals.
did. They had
And I
Morton
love
Anderson.
Bobby Hebert.
No.
He never had a receiver.
He just
The
managed
best
things.
receiver he had
Oh, it was tight end.
was
Hobie
or
Brenner.
either the tight end or Eric Martin.
Oh, Eric Martin was fantastic.
And
he was a great
Torrance
possession
Small was a
receiver.
good one.
Never had a streaky that
Never.
could blow,
Never.
throw the bomb.
If you'd have given that to Abear,
No, you remember Abear with the
Abear had
Michigan
a
Panthers?
gun. He had a gun.
You remember the Michigan Panthers?
with Carter.
Yeah, with Anthony Carter. They were
Anthony
throwing
Carter.
bombs all day long. No, we
I
never had.
loved Abear.
Saints never had a deep threat during
And you know
that
what I loved
entire
about
Moore era.
Bobby? He always spoke his mind. He was never calculated when he would go to the media.
He got his teeth knocked out in a game and stayed in the game.
He
got
was
his teeth
great.
knocked out.
He was great.
I remember when Saints fans were mad at him. Ricky Jackson and Vaughn Johnson escorted him off the field. It's like, who's going to mess with those bodyguards?
What were they mad about it? What were they mad about?
I think they were just upset that Abear was just like, they thought he was mediocre towards the end before he took off to Atlanta. Whatever.
Well, he didn't have any receivers.
No, you're right.
He had some great
Hobie
running
Brenner,
backs.
John Tyson, Eric Martin. That
He
was
had
pretty-
some
he
great
had really
running
good
backs.
running backs. Ruben
Really,
Mays,
Ruben.
Dalton Hilliard,
Hokey guys, John.
Barry Word from UVA.
Barry
he was
Word.
good.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a lot of fun. Oh, Ironhead Hayward.
Ironhead Hayward had the potential to be unbelievable.
But he just
reminds me of that LSU running back.
he
Cecil
just couldn't
Collins.
stop eating.
Cecil Collins.
Yeah, Cecil the
Ironhead, these
Diesel.
guys should have been Hall of Fame running backs.
Cecil Collins, when he broke his ankle, that was it.
No, so disappointing. Those 3 games, I've never seen a college running back do what Cecil did in those 3 games at LSU.
He was incredible.
He was-
Who was the coach? DiNardo? I
No,
guess it
Cecil
was
Collins.
DiNardo.
No, it was I guess it was
It was Jerry. I mean,
no, it was
no,
after it was probably your boy Archer.
No,
It wasn't
he
Curly
was-
Hallman,
he
it was Archer.
after Archer.
No, I don't think. I think Cecil was late 80s.
It was 96.
It was that late? Cecil
Yeah, it was
Collins?
that late. Yeah.
That would have been DiNardo. I don't think it was
It
DiNardo.
was DiNardo.
No, because DiNardo was Falk. No way.
I'll
Cecil
bet
was
you that
late
Sean
80s.
Payton won't win another Super Bowl.
Cecil Collins. Let's see.
DiNardo.
He's 49. I got at LSU in 91. No, you might be right, Scott.
Always
Let's
right.
see.
Corey?
You're always right?
What about sports?
Let's see. Yeah, 1999, DiNardo. You're right. DiNardo.
And he got hurt against Vanderbilt.
Yep. I
Remember
guess
that?
Falk was still
On
around.
that crappy ass field at Vanderbilt.
Those three first-year recruits for DiNardo propelled them to winning. It was he had Herb Tyler from the West
And
Bank
Falk.
at QB. He had Falk from Karen Crow, and he had Booger McFarland.
Booger
Booger
McFarland.
McFarland ran like a 4.640.
And
I've
he
never
was
seen a
300
D line,
pounds.
and he was 300 pounds. A D lineman that could
Yeah.
run like a linebacker.
Yeah.
Booger was a
He's
badass.
a great player.
He really
Great
was.
player.
Scott Craig's with us. Hey, if you need a fence or an automatic gate for your home business or any property, you got to see the Fence Man. Fences and automatic gates, over 20 years of fence and gate building experience. TheFenceman-NewOrleans.com. TheFenceman-NewOrleans.com. The 5 o'clock power hour on this Fantasy Friday continues. Ridiculously cold weather. It's on its way. We're going to have a 35-degree temperature drop in the next 12 hours. 35-degree temperature drop in the next 12 hours. It'll be below freezing when you wake up mañana.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday, Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End.
There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet, Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen. If you gotta have a fence, you gotta see the Fence Man, a locally owned, fully insured fencing company serving the metro New Orleans area for over 20 years. You gotta see the Fence Man. thefenceman-neworleans.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Scot Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Yeah, you right. Fantasy Friday edition of the program. Scot Craig's with us from Katie's live in studio. What's cooking tonight at Katie's, Scott?
What is cooking tonight at Katie's?
You don't have the special list
Well,
in
no,
front of you.
I don't have it in front of me because I haven't been there.
Well, you got the regular items, all the great local fresh
we
seafood.
do.
You know what you scooped up.
I know we've got
seafood-wise.
beautiful fresh trout. We've got beautiful fresh redfish. We're doing crawfish etouffee over catfish. What else is today? We have a chicken sous vide. We're doing a sous vide dish. Give me a second. We're doing
You got the ribs.
Oh, we always have the ribs.
Tell us about the ribs real quick.
Oh, for an appetizer, we're doing fried oyster beurre blanc over just some greens. Absolutely delicious. The oysters are so beautiful right now. We have the crawfish etouffee, like I said. Doing the we have
Is the crawfish etouffee like a brown or tomato-based orangey sauce?
It's brown.
Nice.
Don't
A lot
do
of people do the red.
tomatoes.
I like the brown better.
But I'll get the full specials for tonight. But I don't know. We've just been chopping it up, man. I wasn't prepared. You're right.
Yeah, that's all right. You know Frank Brightson in Brightson's.
Of course.
During crawfish season, he has 3 crawfish appetizers as a special. Usually has them every year. This crawfish egg roll that's off the charts, the crawfish etouffee that's off the charts, and this crawfish and corn soup. You got crawfish and corn soup going, don't you?
Yes, we have crawfish and corn soup at the deli.
At Francesca.
I will tell you, we had our CNN reunion weekend last weekend, and we went to Brightson's last Thursday night.
Wow.
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 It was so good.
What did you get?
Brightson's is one of my top 5 restaurants in the city.
Agreed.
What did I get? I got veal, and a couple of my friends got the fish. It was just delicious. Everything
it's a good place.
everything they do is just fabulous. We are doing pepper steak tonight with yellow rice, fried redfish over dirty rice with a Creole cream sauce, and we have an 8-ounce filet with potatoes au gratin and veggies.
Nice. Can't beat that.
That is tonight. And all weekend, we've got a really cool menu. For brunch, we're doing a breakfast burger topped with a fried egg and bacon, 3 Little Pigs biscuit, pulled pork, ham, and bacon with egg and jalapeno aioli, Bananas Foster waffles.
Nice.
Crawfish etouffee for lunch and smothered pork chops. We're doing a Mardi Gras pizza, which is our Jazz Fest pizza with crawfish and cheddar cheese and jalapenos. It's delicious.
Scott, I'm going to rattle off my best in New Orleans restaurant list.
Uh-huh.
You can just give me a quick comment because it's 38 of them. Try to get it done in this segment, the next like 5-6 minutes. You just mentioned Brightson's. That's on my list.
Yeah.
How about Clancy's?
Winner.
Le Petit Grocery
One of my favorites.
on Magazine, a block off
Top
Napoleon.
5. Yeah.
GW Finn's.
Might be my favorite.
Wow. Pesh.
I like Pesh.
Mr. B's.
Love Mr. B's.
I know. And we people just
We
like
ate
miss
there
it.
Saturday night for our, like I went out a lot last week.
Nice.
It was very unusual. Mr. B's is definitely in my top 10.
Yeah, I love Mr. B's. Commander's Palace.
Always great.
Bayona.
Great.
I know. So that lamb dish at Bayona.
Susie's great. But
Susie's great.
Susie's awesome. I just haven't been there in a while.
Irene's.
Top 3.
Gallagher's 527.
Love it.
Caddy's. Katie's. I don't know what I'm.
Katie's in Mid City. It's okay.
It's all right. Lillette.
Well, that's great. I like Bouligny right next to it too. It's fun.
Doris Metropolitan.
It's fantastic, but not my favorite.
Patois.
Yes, great, but I haven't been there in a while.
Gabrielle.
I have never been to Gabrielle.
On Orleans Avenue.
My wife's been there and loved it. I have not.
You got to
been
get over there. No,
I
right
know.
down the street from Dookie Chase.
I know.
Sonia knows what he's doing.
He does. I just haven't been there and slap me in the boot.
No, that's all right. Got to love your honesty. We mentioned Trey Yen earlier.
Yeah.
Desi Vega. Mr.
It's
Johns. La Boca.
Yes. Love it.
Adolfo Garcia. You don't get the strip, the ribeye, or the filet. You get like a Argentine cut, like flank, skirt, hanger, steak.
It's really good. It's interesting.
Yep. Mandina's.
Like you go back steak. I love steak knife.
What we're getting there. Mandina's.
If you talk about steaks, so I love Mandina's.
Cindy's great, huh?
Yeah, she's one of my close friends.
Pelican Club.
Hadn't been there in years, but it's always been great. And
Go-
one of Tom's favorite.
Gotros.
Hadn't been there in years, but it was always very good.
Herb Saint.
Yeah, good, great. Yeah,
Chop House.
I love the Chop House.
Dickie Brennan Steakhouse.
Like if I'm going to go to a steakhouse, it's going to be the Chop House, or Steak Knife.
Dickie Brennan Steakhouse.
I love Dickie Brennan. Yeah,
Del Porto in Covington.
it's outstanding. I've only been there once, but I remember it. It was very good.
Rosedale, Susan Spicer's
Love
other
it.
place in
Love
Lakeview.
it. Interesting, great menu.
Oh, look at this one on the list. Steak Knife.
I love steak.
You know what I like a steak knife? I mean, New York strip's great. Very good crab meat au gratin. And the creamy
The best. Them and Irene's.
Well, Irene's has the best crab meat au gratin on planet
It's
Earth.
great. Yeah, you're right.
You know, Irene's is more like chef-driven gourmet.
Yeah.
And not knocking steak knife. I love it. It's more like cook-driven. It's like, more basic. I love it. I mean, how do you screw up lump crab meat and cheese?
Quintessential crab meat
It
au
is.
gratin. You
It
can
is.
definitely screw up crab meat and cheese.
Yeah, no, you can. I guess you
The
can.
way Bobby does it, I know how he does it.
No, it's good.
Bobby's a great chef.
The creamy Italian homemade dressing is outstanding.
Yeah,
I get it with the little
The
toasty
fish,
things
the
and
fish
dipping-
Robert.
Yeah, yeah.
The
fish
Seraphine salad, add crab meat.
Seraphine
I
salad,
mean,
yeah.
there's something there. I mean, and his steaks are prime and delicious.
No, they're delicious. Little Dizzy's, great fried chicken, huh?
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, Little Dizzy's is good.
Might be the best fried chicken in New Orleans.
Fiorella's on Franklin Avenue.
Yeah, Theorella's is good too. You're right. Dom Malisi's Po' Boys,
Oh yeah, I love Donald.
fried shrimp's good.
Yeah.
Have you been to Z's Pizzeria on Barone?
It's outstanding.
God, is that good pizza,
Mhm.
huh?
My wife loves it. Stephanie loves it.
Fausto's, I've seen you
Love
in there.
Fausto's.
Yeah, the new people are doing a good job. I miss Roland and Fausto.
I haven't been to eat in there since they left.
Yeah, I went early
but
this
I've had
week.
it to go.
Got a little paneed chicken with the
We'll go there.
limone
We'll go there
sauce.
one
Yeah,
day.
We'll go there for sure. Station 6.
Outstanding.
Yep. That's Allison Vega. And
Yeah,
her
she's
husband.
really good.
They left it. They sold it, but the new people are doing
It's
a good
still
job.
good. Yeah.
Crescent City Steaks.
Love it, man.
Anthony. Giacomo's.
Yeah, I like Giacomo's.
Lebanon's
It's
Cafe.
a little heavy, but I like Giacomo's.
Yeah, it's heavy.
I do
Lebanon's-
like Lebanon's a lot.
Have you been to Kebab House on Vets?
We talked about it the other day. You sent me there. I love the kebab house.
Yeah, those Palestinians.
And they're the
know what they're doing.
nicest people in the world. The people that own it
They're
and
very
run it,
nice.
they're really, really nice and accommodating.
Yep.
And they're just, yeah.
And you ready for my last one? Your buddy Tom Fitzmaurice would say this is blasphemy, but he's wrong.
Houston's.
Yes.
I haven't been in a while, but I always loved Houston.
There's nothing bad about Houston's. Now, it's not chef driven, it's cook driven. It's more basic, but it's great.
If you want a steak on the fly and you're in a hurry and you just want something quick, Outback's gotten good again. It's not bad.
But you can't. I mean, Houston's has the two.
I'm not
steaks
talking
they have,
about. I'm
they
not
have that
comparing
Hawaiian
the two.
ribeye,
It's incredible.
and it's a USDA prime steak from
I
Allen
like that a
Brothers, the
lot,
purveyor
yeah.
out of.
I'm not comparing the two.
No, I know.
But I was talking about a chain.
Purveyor out of Chicago, and the filet at Houston's is the best in town. It's $62, but it is
Better than the filet you had at Katie's the other night.
Well, it's USDA prime. It's different.
I'm
you know?
joking.
It's different.
I'm joking.
It's prime and it's
It's
very
ours is
marbled,
choice.
center cut. Yeah, and it's $62. Your steak
That-
special has 5
They
courses
make
for
they make
$39.
they make you pay.
They make Houston's. When the
It's
bill
not
comes,
cheap.
My mom will look at the bill. My brother and I are paying. She'll be like, "I got to float a bond to pay this bill." You
How
guys have
much
to-
is the ribeye, the Hawaiian ribeye?
Oh, it's probably like 50 something
Yeah.
bucks, and the
Yeah.
filet is 62 a la carte, and the ribs are
Right.
like $40. The Caesar salad's one of the best in town. I mean, it's just not the spinach dip. You want to know how much spinach dip is at Houston's? $20 for spinach dip.
Yeah,
It's
that's
crazy
heavy.
expensive. Yeah,
That's
it's
heavy.
expensive as hell, but it's good. Anyway, Tom Fitzmaurice would never go to Houston's. I was like, "You're missing out, dude. It ain't TGI
My
Friday."
manager's texting me.
Hey, isn't it seafood night?
calling me.
Isn't it seafood night at Francesca?
He knows I'm doing it. It is. We got fried seafood platters.
What's on
It's
that?
delicious.
What's on it?
Crab cake, frips, shrimp, oysters, catfish. What else am I missing? And shut up, you dogs.
Yeah, the little hush puppies. Shut up,
My
you
dad
dog.
called them
Hush.
"Shut up, you dogs."
Yeah, that's a good one.
It
You
just
ready for the
reminds me
cold,
of my
Scott?
dad. I love the cold, man.
Yeah,
I
it's
love the
dropping
cold.
35 degrees in the next 12 hours. Like you can go outside like this in a short sleeve shirt.
I just
in
worry
12
about my plan. Oh, I'll have long johns on I'll have the whole kit and caboodle.
35-degree temperature
I'll have
drop.
I'll have long johns, Lululemons because they're thin, and then my other sweatpants over that, and then a long sleeve shirt, 2 sweatshirts. I have my hand warmers. I've got hoodies on. I'm like, I love it, man. You get all toasty.
Yeah.
And
I
my
hear you.
dog, Agador Spartacus, loves it.
Well, what's good about it is it's New Orleans. We know it's not going to be.
It's not going to stay that
We're
way
not in
forever.
Minnesota.
And that's the only thing that bugs me about it. If it stays that way forever, for days, your plants, like
they're
the
done.
palms are done. And
Yep.
but if it's just cold for a few hours.
Scott, you
it's
still
fine.
have relatives in St. Louis, your wife's side of the family?
Oh yeah.
You
My
can send them a
stepdad,
king-
my brothers-in-law.
You can send them a king cake, rouses.com. That's all you
I
got
have
to do.
to send a king cake. to someone.
Rouses.com.
Yeah,
That's the
my-
website.
yeah.
Rouses will send any of their 25, cream filled. You can get the plain Jane. Like
It's
I like.
that easy.
Yes.
Oh man, I'm
Rouses.com.
gonna call Rouse's because I got to send one to a buddy of mine in Houston.
Put your credit card
Oh,
in.
they
Boom,
probably
it's
have
there in
king
a
cakes
couple of
in
days.
Houston.
Fresh. Perfect. I
Yeah.
mean, how nice is that if you live out of town and you get something from you, any family members, you open it up and it's a Rouse's king cake. That just makes those people's day, man.
You know what my favorite restaurant on your list is?
What?
Katie's.
I've never been. Where is it? In Kenner?
I loved it so much. I
Is it in
bought it
Kenner?
32 years ago.
You've had Katie's for 32 years.
32 years.
Now, how long was it around
1994.
before that?
10 years.
Wow.
And it was just a little lunch place when I
Yep.
bought it. And it's a great story too. I mean, I know that we just went off.
No, that's all right.
It's a great story too, because I was dating a girl that worked there. And all I had at the time was Parkway Tavern, my bar.
Wow.
And I worked at Bart's back in the 80s, and I really wanted to get back into food, but there was really no place to do it. We bought the lot next door, but the landlord wouldn't sell us the building, and I simply wasn't going to put that kind of money into something, especially on Canal Boulevard with no parking. So
You got 10 seconds.
I was dating a girl, and I got to be friends with the family, so I ended up buying Katie's, and we turned it into what it is
And
today.
32 years?
32 years,
Unbelievable.
1994.
Get there tonight. Katie's in Mid-City or seafood night at Francesca Deli
Thanks
on
for having
Harrison
me, buddy.
Avenue in between Canal Boulevard and West End. Scott, thanks, bro.
Thanks for having me, Corey.
Always a pleasure.
I love
man.
you,
So-
pal.
Love you too. I'm glad you
I'll
came
talk
in
to you
studio.
soon. This is great.
Hey,
We'll
New
do it
Orleans.
again.
Yep. Michael Heck's going to join us from DC Mardi Gras. Greater New Orleans scene.
For
Stick around.
game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet, Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe. If you got to have a fence, you got to see the Fence Man, a locally owned, fully insured fencing company serving the metro New Orleans area for over 20 years. You got to see the Fence Man, thefenceman-neworleans.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com.
Artificial turf custom golf putting greens. Beautiful, functional, zero maintenance. Call New Orleans' own LGD Lawn and Landscapes and get your free estimate. Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live, we live to eat.
More is better.
Scot Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamar Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We're doing all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
Yeah, you right. 5 o'clock powwow on a Fantasy Friday. Want to thank Scot Craig for joining us live in studio for the last hour and a half. We're rolling until 6 p.m. like we do it every single day, every weekday at least. Hey, in about 10 minutes, we're going to go live to Washington, D.C. Michael Heck from Greater New Orleans, Inc. will be joining us. Michael joins us every Friday. That segment's always brought to you by Latrim, the global manufacturing giant, born, bred, based right here in New Orleans. It is a new year. Maybe you're looking for a new job, even a new career. Trust me on this. Go to latrim.com. There are dozens and dozens and dozens of jobs available at latrim.com. Maybe a career for you. A lot of these Latrim employees have been there for decades. In Elmwood, they employ over 1,400. They're a monster, a huge economic engine for the city. You North Shore folks, you don't have to beeline across the lake every day. Go down I-12. Latrim has a North Shore facility. Go to latrim.com for a full listing of positions available. Latrim spelled L-A-I-T-R-A-M, latrim.com. Yeah, Michael Hecht every week on a Friday, Fantasy Friday. That segment with Michael's always brought to you by Latrim. Crazy cold on its way. Crazy cold on its way. We're going to have a 35-degree temperature drop in the next 12 hours. We're going to go from right now like high 50s to high 20s in about the next 12 hours. The feel like is even going to be worse. Like it's high 50s right now, 57 degrees, and feels that way. Tomorrow morning, we're going to wake up like 27 degrees. There's going to be a breeze blowing. On the South Shore, it'll feel like the teens. North Shore temperatures tomorrow morning will probably be in the high teens. The feels like tomorrow morning on the North Shore could be single digits. Yeah, bundle up. And please, the triple P, plants and pipes and pets, most importantly, pets. I mentioned it yesterday. You know, some people have feral cats. I've got outdoor cats. My garage is set up with, you know, blankets and little portable heat, what do you call them? Little, not heat lamps, but, the little portable, heat, whatever, little things that are spraying out heat. I'm going blank right now. And, it's probably like, it could be like 25 outside. It's going to be like 50 in my garage for these, Puffy, the feral cat that's mine for like 8 years. And then Luna just showed up like 4 months ago. They go in there, they're snugly and warm, no problem. No, you got to get the little heaters and you're set to go. Now, you folks that have an quote outdoor dog, you need to call a friend or somebody and have them take your dog full time, because there's no such thing as an outdoor dog. Okay. There's no such thing. There's not a feral dog. They're feral cats, and cats are predators. They really don't need us in a way. They would survive without us. They'd go kill birds or mice or whatever. Chances are a cat would survive. I'm not saying have a cat and throw it outside. But you folks that have a, quote, outdoor dog, there's something wrong with you. Seriously. There's no outdoor dog, and there's no argument here. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. Without man, a dog will die. It's not going to hunt and scavenge like a cat, a predator. So you folks that have a, quote, outdoor dog, like it's my alarm system, or the dog always stays outside. It likes it outside. You're delusional. It doesn't like it outside, especially when it's cold. And then you have folks that, I had a neighbor down the street. I'm walking my dog every day, Blue Boy or Tolly, and his dog would start barking in the backyard. And then we'd pass the house. He'd go on the other side, start barking at us. It was great, whatever. Hey, buddy. Then I learned from the neighbor across the street, I'd see her coming over with treats. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm giving some treats to the dog. I'm like, the people at the house don't take care of it. She's like, well, I'm sure they do, but the dog lives out there 24/7. I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah, it's an outdoor dog. And we're both rolling our eyes. I'm like, you kidding me? She's like, no. I walk by one day, the dog's not barking anymore. Walk by the next day, dog's not barking. I finally see the neighbors. I'm like, what happened to the dog? Oh, he died. What happened? Died of heartworms. I'm like, you weren't giving it heartworm medicine every month? Indoor or outdoor dog, you give your dog heartworm medicine every month, not every other month, not once a quarter, not twice a year, 12 times a year, every 30 days, heartworm medicine for your dog, inside or out. Vet visit twice a year, vaccinations, get them neutered or spayed. Anything else is kind of uncivilized. You're not treating the animal correctly. And you folks are like, I love my dog, I might think about breeding it. You're not a breeder, okay? There are a lot of dogs available. Get another dog when your dog passes. But folks that leave their dog outside full time, you're a terrible dog owner. There's no such thing as an outdoor dog. It's not an alarm system. It's not a material thing like a TV. It feels and, has pain and suffering, and it's insane. You're a terrible dog owner if you leave your dog outside all the time. It's ridiculous, especially when it's cold. You're cold outside and uncomfortable. So is your pet. Same thing. Oh, they got a fur coat. Great. Put on a coat and go outside when it's 25 degrees and see if you want to stay out there 24/7. Insane. If you have a neighbor like mine, I found out after the fact when the dog died. If I would have found out earlier, I would have called police or animal control, somebody. Jeff Dorson at the Humane Society. You have a neighbor that keeps their dog outside all the time, especially when it's freezing? Call the police on them. Call 911. It's insane. It's animal cruelty. It's inhumane. No, people are crazy, man. I don't get it. Feral cat, outdoor cat, that's one thing. Outdoor dog doesn't exist. There's no feral dogs. Not in the city. Crazy. Yeah, it's like 57 right now. In about 3 hours, it's going to be 10 degrees colder. By midnight, it'll be 39 degrees. Around 4 a.m., we're going to hit 32, freezing, and it keeps dropping. 6, 7, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, 29 degrees. The high tomorrow, we don't get out of the 30s. 37 is the high tomorrow. I mean, that's winter for New Orleans for sure. Sunday morning, even worse. We wake up to 26, and these are South Shore temperatures. The North Shore, Sunday, high teens when you wake up. Wind chill, feels like temperature could be single digits Sunday morning on the North Shore. Crazy. Mayor Moreno in Washington, D.C. for D.C. Mardi Gras met with President Donald Trump face to face. Talked about, can you help us extend the FEMA money so we can fix our infrastructure? Plus, we need more federal money for our infrastructure. Good job, Helena Moreno, not only going to D.C., but meeting President Trump and making the trip worthwhile. Here's another thing. Helena Moreno paid for the flight and her hotel room with her campaign funds, not city funds, not public dollars. No, it's refreshing, both things. Meeting with Donald Trump, meeting the president, and Donald Trump was impressed with Helena Moreno, a Democrat. You got to like that. And paying for the flight and the hotel room with her campaign money, not public money, not our money. Good job, Helena Moreno. Here's another plus for Helena Moreno. She's restricting overtime for city workers. Now, some workers, they're going to have to work overtime, like the NOPD during Mardi Gras, some other entities, some other agencies. That's good. But you've got to follow the rules and regulations. It's got to all be documented, watching every penny, every dollar. This budget deficit is obviously not, perfect. It's not, the best thing, but it is. I'm going to pull a silver lining out of it. The furloughs, the probably laying off some workers. I think she laid off 32 in the mayor's office alone. Junket Cantrell's just tossing out jobs to friends and family. Laid off 32 people. You're out of a job. And then a lot of people that had only been working for the city for like a year laid off. No, the money crunch is actually a positive because it's forcing the city to do something it should have done decades ago. And that's trim the fat. Trim the fat. I mean, anyone that thinks New Orleans is like lean and mean and efficiently run and city governments don't have any, bloat or, just spending too much money, you're delusional. You're crazy. So forcing the hand is a good thing. Trying to find a silver lining out of this. This is terrible news. Keep this. I don't know if they released the name of the 14-year veteran policeman killed, a JPSO deputy who was in a motorcycle leading a funeral procession, got rear-ended by, I don't think someone in the funeral procession, it was an accident. We don't know what the driver was drunk or just made a mistake. It was an accident, but ran into the back of the motorcycle and killed the deputy, a 14-year vet with a wife and 2 kids. Just sickening, heartbreaking. The name will come out soon. Just keep that deputy's family and kids in your thoughts and prayers. A wife and 2 kids. Just tragic. Happened a little before lunch today on Airline Highway. In spite of frigid temperatures, New Orleans, those lunatics, the Croix de Vue, so funny. What a great parade. Croix de Vue rolling in the French Quarter in Marigny tomorrow night. Temperatures during the parade are going to be anywhere from around 30 to 35 degrees. Very, very cold. Croix de Vue is going to bundle up and roll tomorrow night. Do the same. Go check them out. Just, layer up. Lots of layers. Get the hat, the scarf, the gloves, the big coat. Go check out Croix de Vue in the Quarter and the Marigny. This one goes in the yikes category. I mean, I want to laugh, but the nanny, she had to deal with this crap. This guy's name's Rutledge Dees the Fourth. I mean, what a name. Rutledge Dees the Fourth. Obviously, the first turned it down to his junior, and junior turned it to his kid, the third, and it's Rutledge Dees the Fourth. 35 years old from Lafayette. He was arrested posing as a disabled man. What a sick individual. But it gets worse. Posing as a disabled man, so the nanny would have to change his diaper. Just some sick sexual perversion. It's his 3rd arrest on the same thing. Rutledge Dees the Fourth was arrested in November of 2019, December of 2021, and this week for posing as a disabled man so the nanny would have to change his diaper. Wow, take that one with you on the weekend. Absolutely insane. Corey Johnson with you on a Friday. Young's Dry Cleaning has been with you since 1940. 86 years of excellence. Tired of your dry cleaner? Want to experience the best? It's easy. youngsdrycleaning.com. This is almost a public service announcement. If you need heat help, your heat's not working. They had a guy who died of hypothermia in North Louisiana. 9 people have died with this cold weather. If your heat is not working in New Orleans or Baton Rouge, we're going below freezing over the next 48 hours. If you have problems with your heat in New Orleans or Baton Rouge, Fair and Honest Lucas and the boys at Total Maintenance are there for you. If you need heat help, isn't working right or worse, dangerous, not working at all, Fair and Honest Lucas and the boys are there for you. In New Orleans or Baton Rouge, think Total Maintenance. tm-ac.com. You need heat help? Total
For
Maintenance.
game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Scot Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now.
Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. Get Audubon Gutters.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Total Maintenance King. TM-AC.com, your cool spots. TM-AC.com, your cool spots.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Simlawn Artificial Turf Custom Golf Putting Green. Beautiful, functional, zero maintenance. Call New Orleans' own LGD Lawn and Landscapes and get your free estimate. Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen. Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe. Some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab. Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe. Welcome back, Crescent City. We're ending the 5 o'clock powwow, ending the week in style. Michael Heck joins us from Greater New Orleans Inc. He joins us from Washington, D.C. and Mardi Gras. What's up, Miguel?
How you doing, Corey? I've almost made it through Washington Mardi Gras, a.k.a. the Drunk Davos.
Hey, man, before we get into Helena Moreno talking to the president and all that, fill us in on what's going on up there. Basically, it's showcasing New Orleans and our culture in Louisiana. But more than that, it's about bringing dollars and business down here, right?
Well, that's part of it, but the real function here is that you've got maybe 2,000 of business leaders, political leaders, government people from across the state all coming together for meetings and presentations and bar discussions and parties. And so it really is about creating relationships and social and political capital. That's really what this is about. And then we do a bunch of meetings, offline. We met with the White House, you meet with the delegation. I've met with some foundations. So we just kind of like transplant the hoi polloi from Louisiana to DC for a week. And it might sound like a strange and kind of pointless thing, but the reality is that it's an incredibly efficient way to meet and talk to a lot of people at once. And it's in an environment that's just much more relaxed than it would be if you were doing it, in Baton Rouge or in a city hall.
Helena Moreno, mayor of New Orleans, in D.C., met with President Trump, talked about extending the FEMA money for infrastructure, talked about getting more money from the feds for infrastructure, talking about New Orleans. Trump seems to love New Orleans. Trump said he loved meeting Helena Moreno, great person, quote, great person. And to cap it off, Helena Moreno used campaign funds to fly up there and to rent the hotel space, no taxpayer money. It's all very refreshing.
It's all very refreshing when you have political leaders behaving like political leaders. And on one hand, I give enormous credit to Mayor Moreno for modeling the right behavior and having a great interaction with the president, which we know matters. But on the other hand, Corey, it indicates how far we had fallen, that just doing things the right way and according to basic protocol seems like, Kissinger level diplomacy.
No, I know it's we're praising it, but it's like, hey, this is normal. You don't get a gold star. You don't get a pat on the back. This is normal. But we were so down in the dumps with Junket Cantrell that this is like exceptional. It's so, like I said, it's refreshing.
I agree.
Hey, what else is going on? Like besides, the big Mardi Gras celebration, what do you think New Orleans and the state of Louisiana gets out of this?
Well, one of the things is that we had a presentation today from Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, and that matters because Lutnick is going to have a lot of money under his control through commerce. He has hundreds of millions of broadband money he's going to be distributing. So the fact that he was brought in by Steve Scalise and Mike Johnson and had this great interaction and got a standing ovation from Louisiana, it's not going to hurt, going forward. We also had meetings with Australia, meetings with Canada, talking about shipbuilding and talking about energy and talking about investment. We had a meeting with Finland talking about the ice cutters that are being built by Bollinger in partnership with the Finnish companies. And then there was presentations that were put on by various law firms and other politicians on things like tax policy. And then Louisiana had a big pavilion called Louisiana Now, which was basically what we did at the Super Bowl, talking about some of the things that they're doing in Louisiana, like a new program that's deputizing Louisianians to tell the positive story of Louisiana instead of all the self-deprecating thing. You never do it, Corey. You're always positive about New Orleans and Louisiana, but others tend to be a little bit more downbeat, and we're trying to fix that.
Well, speaking of that, I posted some videos on Twitter about a major sinkhole on Carrollton Avenue right past Jesuit, one on Canal Boulevard by the train tracks. And I even said, I think by me posting this and a new administration and the danger of these and this administration being competent, they're going to be fixed in a week. And people on Twitter are like, you're crazy. It's New Orleans kind of accepting defeat. Within 48 hours, Helena Moreno and this new administration had both of those sinkholes repaired.
Yeah, and look, if we keep up this pace, within 2 years, we're going to have a city that fundamentally looks and feels different. And that's the goal. And I don't really expect any diminution of that energy. There'll be black swan events that we can't plan for. But right now, she's got folks like Steve Nelson deputy mayor for infrastructure, and they're just in it to win it. I mean, he's an ex-football player. It's just his personality. You know, when he goes hard. So, it's just, Corey, it's a lot of fun having like people like you post nice things on the interwebs, you know?
No. See, I used to get Steve Nelson on the show, Sewage and Water Board. He'd come on when the city flooded, when something went wrong. He'd come on when things were good. He was basically Gassan Corbin's right-hand man. And I think in the last 7 years, the Sewage and Water Board improved more than it has in the last 70.
Yeah, that's right.
No, it's great to have winners in an administration, plus folks that are civic-minded and not out to set up their friends and family. And, you know, Helena Moreno cuts 32 jobs in the mayor's office, you know. Junkie Cantrell was tossing out jobs like candy. You can't have that.
Yeah. No, it's exactly right. I mean, and I think what's interesting is people say, oh, it's going to be so hard for Helena to fix the budget, so hard to find money. The reality is that it's not going to be that hard because there was so much waste. And frankly, Corey, so much money that's here but has been unspent.
Yep.
That, you know, we're going to find as much money as we find deficits when we start looking. It could break either way. Folks just don't know. This wasn't an issue of malfeasance in most cases. It was just incompetence, frankly, and not caring.
No doubt. And I said a silver lining of this $200+ million budget crisis. We're trimming the fat. We're making New Orleans lean and mean, not bloated. This should have been done, you know, a few decades ago.
Come on, Corey. It should have been done 60 years ago when we started shrinking.
Yep, no doubt. Michael Hecht, always a pleasure. Safe travels. We'll visit next week.
Thanks, man. Get the temperature back up first, Corey. Enough of this nonsense.
Oh, boy, it's plummeting down here. You're right. That's Michael Hecht live in Washington, D.C. D.C. Mardi Gras, getting it done for New Orleans. Corey Johnson with you, Fantasy Friday edition of the program. We're heading towards the weekend. And Michael's right. The temperature's plummeting. Tomorrow morning, it's going to be 29 when we wake up, like a 30-degree plus temperature drop from what we have right now in the next 10, 11, 12 hours, like 30-plus degrees. Sunday morning, even worse, 26 degrees. And I'm talking South Shore temperatures. What's that, Blue Boy? The North Shore, even worse, could be single digits, maybe, you know, with the wind chill feels like. You're right. And in the teens in New Orleans, Sunday morning feels like. Ouch. Bundle up, New Orleans. Have a great weekend. Things are looking up in the Crescent City. Positive movement. You got to love that. Check out my Twitter, my X, @Corey Johnson. You can see the videos I posted of the sinkholes and them being repaired within 48 hours.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson. On TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube. On radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 6 p.m.